Who do you mute? I suppose that's entirely up to you. I'm just now kind of getting fully here. I've been doing quite a bit. There we go. I'm going to bring chat up on my phone. That way I can see chat. How about that? See chat. How about that? Yeah, yeah. Can I lean off screen? Am I off screen this way? Could be. I hope everybody's doing good. I chopped it. I actually had to chop it all off. Yeah. It's all gone bye-bye. All the hair. There was a spot in the back of my head that started getting wiry for some reason. Like it just randomly turned wiry, and I'm like, what is this? What in the... What? This is unpleasant. So, where's the beanie? Well, if it makes you feel better, I could... It's not... What? Where is it? It's not nearby. What in the world? Hold up. Let me find it. There we go. There. Is that better? Much better. All right. So I got chat. I'm gonna move it over here actually, so I can be more looking at my phone. Might be a little bit easier that way. Because honestly, today there's not really a lot to this board. It's the Hexaputer. I wanted to put it together. I don't know how much energy I'll have, but I want to try to get it, you know, put together. Right? Better. So, okay, Scruff, on the package. I haven't sent the package yet. Actually was trying to find a box there for a minute, and then by the time I found a box, it was time to go to the dentist, and that was something else. You know, I went to the dentist. I've been under before, but this was a whole different type of going under. I was up for 24 hours before the surgery because I couldn't sleep. So I get to the dentist office, and my dad, he was being him, and I was being me, quiet. You know, I'm sitting over in the chair like, oh, just let me over here. I get back to the dentist. I'm talking to the surgeon, right? I get in the back, and I'm talking to the surgeon. He's like, yeah, I saw your channel. I checked your channel out. I was like, what? Right on. That's cool. Heck yeah. And I was like, yeah, I've been kind of just running the channel. I do feel kind of tired. And I was out. As soon as I said half tired, I was out. And then next thing I know, I'm waking up getting pulled out of the car at home, like some hours later. So I'm sore and swollen. My face is swollen up real, mainly on the left side. But I wanted to do something today, and I keep forgetting about Clive's patron stream. Let me tell you something. I'm going to share this. I know this is not jumping straight into the project. I don't expect to get it all done today either. I am going to limit the stream to a 2-hour stream. I'm just going to cap it at 2 hours. So whatever I can get done in 2 hours. But I'm going to take a moment to really appreciate, there are some people who support, you know, I've got 2 channels. I've got my public YouTube channel, and then I've got I'm me. I'm being me for real, without masking or being professional or anything like that. And for some reason, people like me enough that they supported me fixing some problems around my house that were bad enough that I didn't want to really talk about it on the YouTube side. And because of that, things around here have really gotten a lot better. I've finally got a machine to make stickers. I can start making stickers. We're not in like crippling debt anymore. We're not, our food, we don't, like, we have food in the house now. We did only have eggs. So I don't know. I just like to really take a moment to thank those people. Like, they're amazing. And now that I'm in a better spot, right before starting this stream, I was able to go back and re-sign up for Clive's Patreon because I support his channel. I just got in a spot where I couldn't be a patron, so I haven't been able to join the patron streams, and I finally have enough money to spare that I can start putting it back toward creators I support, you know. So that's what took me a minute to get the live on. I was over here signing up for Clive's Patreon because why not, you know? I like it. I like it better than the weekend stream, but you know, I try to catch all of them. But anyway, so these are 330 ohm resistors, 331 surface mount. And I already put one in because I wanted to show somebody how to put in a resistor. It was like some other video. But there's already one. There's 271 of these to go on the back. And I've got some green flashing LEDs. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna put these, Scruff. I'm gonna put you some LEDs. These are 10mm rainbow LEDs, slow fade. I'm gonna put those in there. Or no, they're slow flash? RGB slow flash. Yeah, they're slow fade. I'm gonna put those in that box. I gotta find the 3mm flashers before we try to get too far in. Some of these are not flashers. I bought green for this board. I should have done all of this. What? I should have done all this beforehand. Alright, here's some more rainbow LEDs. More rainbow LEDs. More rainbow LEDs. Are these the flashers? Tell me I've got green flashers on hand. Oh my mercy heavens. These are yellow. 3mm. If I don't have the LEDs, it's not a problem because again, I may not even be able to put all of it together. I don't know if these are flashers or not. I'm gonna have to check. Biggins. Yeah, oh yeah. Alright, so another thing is I did upgrade my YouTube light. I don't know if it looks any different or not, but I upgraded it to a substantial. I took two 5-meter strips of LEDs and replaced it. My old YouTube light was this one, like with the small LEDs. I know that's probably hard to get all in camera. I'll zoom out. This was my old YouTube light, and I replaced it for, if you look at the reflection, you can see it in the reflection. I laid out some rows of LEDs and really brightened up the workbench. Make it a little bit nicer, hopefully. I need an extension cord. That's alright. You'll be alright. You'll live. It's just a fan. It's a fan. That fan fainted. I walked over too close. I'm just playing. Anyway, I've been out of it. I wasn't even sure I was going to be able to do this stream today until I got down to the last little bit. Alright, so let's see if this is a flasher or just a solid ohm. Watch me burn it out by accident. Course voltage. Okay, flasher. Alright, I believe all of these are flashers then. We'll find, I'm gonna test them in each bag because they're unopened bags. That way I don't accident, because I know I bought some that are not flashers and they look virtually the same. So yeah, let's get started. What am I getting? What I ought to do is have Clive stream open but on mute, like on my computer, so I can glance over and look at that. Oh, and I also moved my soldering wire over to the side, so when I'm done with it and I let go of it, it would actually fall out of the way a little more. So that was something else that I did. Hopefully that'll make a difference. But yeah, Scruff, when I get a chance to get to the store, I'll probably do it tonight after the stream, or maybe tomorrow, or better yet, to be honest with you, and I know you, see, it's too late. I already have your address. I'm thinking of sending you a copy of the LED control module I designed, just so you can have one. Take a look at it, make fun of it, you know, critique it, put it on your channel, tear it down, reversing it, whatever, you know. I want to send you one of them because I didn't mean to get so many. I mean, you got to get 5, but I only needed 1, and that was for my dad's LED. So yeah, I was thinking of, since they're already leaving Los Angeles via DHL, and you know DHL's relatively quick, I'm thinking about just waiting to ship it out until that gets here, and that way I can just send it all in one box, because it's gonna have to go UPS. Yeah, it's no problem either, by the way. Like, I know you said to let you know the shipping cost, but again, if I'm in the position to ship it, I don't mind shipping it for free. It's really no big deal, because you never know, one day I might need something like some extra LEDs or some extra batteries. That I've always found that if I can do something, I just rather just go on and do it. So like, it's no worries. It's not gonna cost like $5 anyway. It's a small box. Well, maybe it's not like small, but it's not a big box or anything. It ain't gonna be that bad. But if that's I like to just do it. It feels good to do stuff for people, just for the sake of doing it. To be honest, like I will literally. I've had somebody ask me like 5 times already if they could donate some projects. I'm like, well, see, if you give me the option to say no, I'm gonna say no. That's just, you know. But anyway, yeah, I'll mail them out. I'll probably, like I said, I'll probably mail them out when that other LED module gets here. It doesn't have a wall wart or anything, it'll just be the PCBs, but you know. I know you mess with LEDs. There's one already in the box, and that's the Rgb module. The white one is the one that hasn't made it here yet. And to my knowledge, it works. I mean, all I did was take the Rgb and reduce it to a single, and then change the caption. So it should be the same. Am I still on frame? I'm still in frame. I'm just not zoomed down very much. Here, I can bring you guys down a little bit better. I'm trying to keep it in frame. I've been playing around with some tiny hands, and I left them on the workbench, and I noticed they were kind of in frame. I was like, I'm gonna have to do something with that one day. But I had a wave of toxic people come through in a group yesterday or day before on my channel, and I'm talking about I had to delete over 60 comments really, really fast, because they were like, I don't even know how to describe. Some of it was like really hateful, and some of it was just trolling, but it was a wave, and I think it was the same people. And why, I don't know, because it had nothing, what they were talking about had nothing to do with me anyway. But once I got through deleting it all, I made a video about it, like, don't be ugly on my channel now. I'm here for my children. And then I was like, I don't know, I'm just going to delete that too. I feel bad about even complaining about it. Yeah, people are weird. They did that to Brad. Brad was doing a live stream, and I'm usually up all night, so I catch Brad's Guitar Garage. I love his live streams. He's been putting together a stereo phono amp, or a couple of them, several, anyway. And it got flooded full of people it was like an auto copy bot. Like every time somebody would say something, the bot would copy what they said and spam it a bunch of times. It was pretty bad there for like, I don't know, about 10 minutes, I guess. And then finally, we got it all sorted out. And I told him, I said, well, you need to put subscriber only chat, because even if you, like, I put mine for 1 minute because I don't really care. I just want the bots to not be able to get in it. So I usually put 1 minute on there, and I've never really had bot issues. I'm not trying to do that to be like exclusionary toward people who are real and watching, but you know, when you've got to worry about bots coming in and blowing your chat up, that's, yeah. It's a bit frustrating. But anyway, I got 8 teeth out yesterday, and I'm right back to it. Love it. I'm thinking about saving up if I can. I don't know how much they cost. I'll have to like ask. But I'm thinking about saving up for implants for those, because those were my chewing teeth, and quite frankly, I really want my chewing teeth. I'm not vain or nothing, but I don't want to have to change my entire diet over my teeth. So I'm gonna look into some implants and see how much that costs. Hopefully, ooh, that was an accident. Hopefully implants aren't like outrageous. Maybe I can do one at the time, you know. I'm not trying to be like Hollywood smile, yay. I just want to be able to eat, you know, like chicken. I like chicken a lot, and so I'm gonna try. Let's see. Oh well. Oh, there, I did it again. What, you noob? And I did it a third time. There we go. Come on with it. Like Zoink Scoob. Oh, mercy heavens. I don't even know. I don't know what to say about that. It just goofed. My hands are still shaking though, because I mean, you're not supposed to eat before surgery, and of course trying to eat after surgery, you're over here like, well, what can I do? So in my case, I've been eating like really soft eggs. Give me my protein. That took so long though. Like I found out I had a problem. I found out that I had a problem. I didn't even know they were bad. I found out about it in February. I had an appointment at like middle of March, and it took middle of March all the way to now to finally get them out. I was like, could y'all have been a little bit like slower? But at the same time, you know, they've got a lot of people. Hell, when I went in to get mine, there was, I think, 3 or 4 different families already there. So I was like, oh, they just had a lot of people. I thought it might have been like they just didn't really care, but it turns out they were just extremely busy. Because even on the day of my surgery, they had 4 or 5 people sitting in there waiting before me. So I don't know. You always put your foot in your mouth later, right? You're like, oh, dang it, why'd I have to wait so long? And then you realize, oh, that's why, whoops, I'm sorry. I may have got a little testy there. I think it was nice. I mean, the surgeon was really cool. The nurse is really cool. You know, I don't have anything negative to say about the dentist. It just, I'm in pain, you know, as you'd expect to be after surgery. But yeah, the other thing that I've changed up is part of the shipment that's coming in with that LED control module. It's also gonna contain the prototype of the spectrum analyzer / visualizer. I say spectrum analyzer just because it sounds cool. Not because that's the technical term for it. It's really more of a visualizer. But the prototype will be here at the same time. And the prototype is, all it is an op amp, a dual op amp, and like the words the dual chip VU meter, right? So when it gets here and I put it together, we'll find out if it works. If it works, then I can move on to stage 2, which is to convert it to a microphone driven line in, and then I've got to repeat it 20 bands, which means I got to calculate out the bands that I want to use, unless I use like predetermined bands, I guess. Oh, I'm not going to OCD this. We're not going to do that. But anyway, so what I do want to do is when I get the spectrum analyzer prototype in, I want to do a live on that, because I've figured out that my video skills suck, and I'm just not going to try to do quite so many videos on stuff, and rather just do the design and building on live. Seems to go faster anyway, you know, like especially for video editing purposes. For anybody that doesn't know, this is an Evilution board. You can get these. I put the link in the description of the live stream already. So like if you wanted them, you could get one. Gant. Hey Gant, how's it going? Welcome aboard. I'm just putting together a Hexaputer. I finally got around to doing it. I've got all my other synthesizer projects completed, and then all I had left to do was this Hexaputer, which I'm hoping I'll get done in the 2 hours, but you know, it sometimes can not. Hey Miss Liz, how's it going? Glad to see you. I'm over here just putting in surface mount resistors. These are 331s, and which is a 330 ohm, I think, or 3, yeah. Really tiny. I'm actually, it takes more time to flip them over the right direction over on the bench than it does to put them in on the board. Come, flip there, dang it. There we go. You can do it. I believe in you. Oh no, stay where I put you. And I, unfortunately, because of my teeth, cannot do any like apparatuses. It'll cause a dry socket, so somebody's gonna have to woofle slash puff for me. And on that note, Scruff, I really appreciate those 3D files. I saw them in the chat. I'll have to try to print one, and then we can start doing some woofles over hell. I'm just fine. Have a good stream. Right on. Hope you have a good sleep. I'm over here trying to flip the resistors the right direction over on the side. I don't know if they're visible or not, but yeah. Heck yeah. Oh, these are going in so nice. They're not arguing or nothing. They're just going right on in. I was going to use those 10 mil LEDs on this board, but they don't fit. I know that it says it'll fit 10 mil LEDs, and it might if they're like straight up and down, maybe. But mine have like a flare at the bottom, and I don't want to shave 271 resistors. I mean LEDs. So I decided just to go with green. So I'm going to use green on this board. Man, do I have good eyes? No, I don't actually. I'm I'll be honest with you, I really have bad eyes, but what I'm doing is a trick. I'm placing it, I see the silver dot, and I know to press the resistor up against the dot, touch the dot will melt a little bit, and then I can feel the resistance give. So to be honest with you, I can't really see what I'm doing. I'm just feeling it, if that makes sense. Like, boom, I can feel that went in there. I hope I have enough resistors. I think I counted a little over 300, so there should be enough. But there again, they're so small. Oops. Oh no, don't melt. Get off there. Oh no. It stuck to the stuck to my soldering pencil. Hope that won't hurt it. Yeah, I would need a magnifying glass to be able to see these. The only reason I know they're 331s is because that's what it says on the bag. And then if you look really, really closely, you can see it on the label. But you'd have to zoom in like, oh my god. Let me just dump some more out. Maybe that'll help. Oh. Some of y'all flip up the right way. That way I can just grab the right way up. I'm going to make this into a time lapse, I think, when I'm done with it. Because, yeah, not everybody's going to catch this stream. And somebody asked me if I could do that. So I'm going to do that, I think. Just because they asked me to. Oh my god, it's fiddly Joker, flip over. It's like, I don't even know how to explain what it's like trying to grab one of these little resistors with tweezers. You go to touch it, it flips over. There we go. Oh, maybe I'm going to get good at flipping them over. That'll be a new skill, right? What'd you do today? I learned how to flip over 3mm LED or 3mm resistors. That's how big they are, by the way. 3mm by 1.5mm. In case you want to know how big these are. I measured them already. I got curious. It's like, how small is this? Because I know there's some smaller ones. In fact, the ones Brad was putting together on his stereo amplifier, I seem to me like are smaller than these ones. They are very tiny. And just think, that's still a resistor. Like, what the heck? I'm used to using like a through-hole resistor. Everything I do is through-hole. This is the first SMD I've done. So this is an experience. Pinged one across the room yet? Oh yeah, I swear, I'm waiting on that. Like the plastic to flick, and then it just goes slinging. Yeah. Oh, I know. I do that with bigger stuff, so I'm surprised it hasn't. Oh, you're right though, them chokers are so small. If I sneeze, every resistor on this bench is gonna go flying. I wish I had some like articulated tiny hands, because then I could like, I could do a joke where I'm using my tiny hands to put the resistors on the board. Oh, mercy. Evilution, good job on this board, dude. If you ever see this video, you did a really good job. I haven't got to see it this close until now. Looks nice and tidy. Oops. Oh, I pinged that one, but it didn't go across the room. It jumped about 3 inches though. They are very precarious. Oh my mercy heavens. What? These are so tiny. Oh, and they're so small, they're sticking to the tweezers. And these are like not sticky or anything. Come on. You almost gotta hold it like you would a fancy teacup. I need a fancy teacup. I have gargantuan type dinosaur hands. Oh god, it just sits. It just is sitting there, and I'm just like, are you sure that's on there? Look, I mean, Oh my god, that is so tiny. I would, you know what? I see why, like, Mouse got a pick and place machine, because can you imagine doing this on as many those mini supercomputers that have the LEDs are the same size as these ones? Because LEDs that small are oriented, and if you don't put them the right way, these ones don't matter. You could put them upside down, but LEDs. Next project, make a 3D FX style GPU. Uh-oh. That sounds sophisticated. Heck yeah. Come on, flip over. Flip over. There we go. I need, like, a little vacuum stick or something. Or, like, no, because then it'd suck it up down the tube. Unless it had a mesh over it. Like just a mesh as an entry. Alright, let's put some more in. Hey Fred. How's it going, buddy? You cannot have these resistors. I don't have a place for the Fred to perch on. He's on the floor next to me. He's been real close by lately. He could tell I'm out of it. Oh, come on. Come on. These are going pretty quick though, given the fact that they're surface mount. I was expecting this to take like 2 streams, if I'm honest. Maybe I'll get through in time to go join the patrons. But yeah. Oh no! Straighten up. Straighten up. So anybody want to know how hard it is to put in surface mount? Well, I've never done it before. I've never done this before. So I would say difficulty probably maybe a 5 out of 10. I've done harder stuff, but it's definitely something that if I had never done ever, I would definitely struggle with. So call it a medium difficulty to get these in. It's not expert level, but it's not beginner level, you know. I see if I went and looked at his shop, you notice he don't sell the ones without resistors anymore. I don't think. I got lucky. I bought one while it was still sold without resistors on it. Now they're all sold with resistors, but you can get one with or without LEDs, unless I just didn't see them. But yeah, I wanted custom resistors, so I put in 330s. I think that's going to be really bright, but I did that because now that I've got my little LED dimmer module, I can plug this into the dimmer module and dim it, and it won't affect the flashing, I don't think. It shouldn't. That's going to be interesting. I'll have to try that. I wonder if a LED dimmer module would allow you to dim like the supercomputers without affecting their blinkiness. Wouldn't that be cool? Ooh. I know you can vary the amount of juice they get and it won't affect them, so maybe the pulse width modulation will do the same thing. Because, you know, at some point it still wants to turn off or something. Come on, get in there. Yeah, let's go. These are like trying to put eyeballs in a little doll. It's so tiny. What in the world? I need to design my next synthesizer with surface mount. That is a joke. I am not, no. I don't even have that many components. All I bought was enough to do this board and the Big Clive supercomputer, which is, I ended up doing through hole resistors because Matt sent in, when he sent the board, he sent resistors too. So I use those. And that way It was just already, kind of already matched. Because he said that he had picked out the resistors that worked well with those, the UV LEDs. So technically I've got a sanitizing supercomputer. Because it blinks UV. When you put belly up. Yeah, I know, but it's OCD. I'm not so OCD that I'm trying to orient the text the same direction, but I'm OCD enough that I want all of the text on the same side. I promise. I already know that. I'm kicking myself that I don't just do it, but it looks better. People can understand the text being upside down or flipped around, but you just see randomly white, black dots all over the place. That kind of throws it off a little bit. But yeah, I could put them either way. It doesn't matter. The IT's looking for juniors. Heck yeah. Good luck on your job, man. I hope you get it. That's a cool job to have. I haven't done IT work in a hot minute. I kind of got out of it for a while because of reasons. Put some pattern of belly up ones into the design. Hey, you know what? That's fair. That is totally fair. Like, put a little face using the white ones. Mixed in, yeah. I'm a little too far along now. I don't want to do it though. I'll do it on the next board. Because I'll likely put another one of these together. Oh, that's right. No, he doesn't sell the ones without resistors anymore. I can't. Oh no. Emotional damage. It's like soldering a gnat down. There we go. Get in there. And then you got to go in and do the other side. And then I can flip it over and start putting the resistors in. That's why I was saying I'm going to limit it to 2 hours regardless of if it gets completed or not, because I do have other stuff to do. Oh, there was one tried to disappear. Come back here. I'm not done with you yet. I love these boards, like, for the sake of whenever I'm playing my synthesizer, they give me something to look at when I'm kind of deciding my next move. I'm going to try to do a synth stream once I heal up enough to tolerate standing there. That's the reason I haven't done that. Been too tired. Having your teeth pulled out, wipes you out. Message retracted. I feel you. Like, maybe I didn't mean to say all of that. Oh no. Oh no. Grab these resistors. Let's go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this into like a 2 minute or so. Yeah, maybe a 1 minute. I'll do a 1 minute time lapse. People like them when they're 1 minute or less. So I'll put this as a 1 minute time lapse. Of course, the stickers, when I start making those, I'm going to make a bunch of them first, and then I'm going to get to work on my website a little more, so then I can start putting designs up for sale eventually. Eventually, hopefully, we'll see. I'm playing it by ear, really. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I just know not doing it feels worse. Is that relatable? Can you relate to that? I don't know what I'm doing. I just know Not doing it feels worse. So I'm gonna set a site up so that I could sell the synth module designs and sticker designs. Gant, what you doing? Spamming up my chat. Don't make me get down in that chat and start typing. I'm over here. Finally done right. Yeah, I felt that. It sucks you can't do it like Discord, right? You can't edit the comment. I kind of figured that's what was happening. So Brad's next project that was it that stereo funnel amp. I wonder what he's gonna do after that one. Matter of fact, for that matter, Scruff, what you got happening on your next stream? I think unless that was last stream, I saw your stream pop up in my feed. I don't know. Somebody did a stream and I couldn't make it. I was like zonked, completely zonked. I tried to make it, but it doesn't always work. Oh no, that slid off sideways. But yeah, heck yeah, good luck on the job, dude. That's gonna be a good income. I'm over here. I can't believe I got so many resistors flipped upside down. And I know you could do it the other way. But like, I can't. I just, there we go. There we go. Come on, you. Come on, little dude. Let's go. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Maybe if I flick, oh, we're at the halfway point. We're breaking on through to the other side. There we go. I got, oh, mercy. Emotion, damn it. Flip over. What? Boy, I'm telling you, they are finicky little dudes. I see why SMD uses pick and place. That I most certainly would if I had to do more than this. That is a fiddly little dude. And you know, there's some solder, there's some of these things that are like half this size that are still surface mount. You still solder them like by hand. I'm like, what? Get out of here. Ain't no way. I'd need like a needle tip soldering pencil to do that. Hopefully I've got spares. I should have some spares. I think there's a little over 300 in my bag, in my little reel there. And then of course, there's only 271 total that go on the board. Flippity doo dah, flippity day. My oh my, what a day. Oh no, it just did a cartwheel. Look at that. I'm telling you, they're sticky. I'm gonna flip this over and grab it with my hands. Yo, there we go. Come on with it. Anybody that says this is boring doesn't have a sense of what fun is, because this is entertaining. I'm trying to grab microscopic little buggers with my, I've got basically grainy potato vision for eyeballs, and I'm trying to mount these damn things by hand. At least they're going in, I'll give it that. Like, I've struggled with some stuff that just, like, I tried to help my granddad with a lawnmower yesterday or day before, something like that. Maybe it was a couple of days ago. I couldn't even get it to move, no matter what I did. I was like, damn, I feel weak right now. But, you know, it happens sometimes. I was just tired that day, probably. Didn't have enough energy to move that thing that needed moving. Let me get some more resistors out in 1 moment. I'm not sure how many I've got, but I'll tell you, it is looking sparse. It's looking a little sparse. Like there's a possibility I could run out. I hope not, but I think, like I said, I'm pretty sure I counted a little over 300, so there's only, there'd be like 30 extra, I would think. Unless I miscounted, which, as small as they are, I would not be surprised if I miscounted the quantity I had on hand. If it gets, once these get in, I could just put this on my little helping hands rotator, drop all the LEDs in it up off the workbench, and they'll stay in their place. But again, I think I'm gonna call it after the resistors, maybe. How long has the stream been going? Anybody got time on that? Let's see. 46 minutes. What? We're only 46 minutes in? Alright. I stand corrected. Maybe we'll get it all done. I just don't want to be here for 4 hours, you know? Like, I was trying to limit the streams to an hour. But then I realized, like, a lot of the projects I get into, that might be a wishful thinking hour. You know? So, yeah, I'm going to start drawing the line at the 2 hour mark. And that way, it's long enough to get more done, but it's not like an issue if I don't get everything done. Upgrade your patches. Uh-oh, somebody just dropped a video. Uh-oh. Martin, I don't know if you guys follow Wintergatten or not, but Martin just disassembled the MMX, the Marble Machine X, to move to the museum. That's going to be cool when they set it up. I think it took them a little over 4 hours to disassemble. So that means that's probably like an 8-hour assembly, if not more. You know, it don't take any time to take something apart. It's always putting it back together that takes all the time in the world. Uh-oh. Come on with it. Get in there. So, yeah, I might have spoken a bit highly of the difficulty. This might be more like maybe like a 3.5 to 4. The difficulty comes in grabbing them. So if you can grab them, it's not that hard. I still don't want to say it's a beginner project though. It just feels like an intermediate at the very, like even on a low end, because I remember a lot of beginner projects, and they're not this difficult. They're so easy that you're wondering why you even started at the beginner level. If you're a tech person, if you're not a tech person, the beginner level is perfect. But if you're already kind of technically inclined, beginner kits are even then a bit boring. Depends on what they are. That oscilloscope kit was fun. It works, which blows my mind. I thought it was going to blow up. I didn't show it working in the video because I was trying to make a joke out of the fact that it took me a year to put it together. But it's up on the shelf with my other little kits that I do for the entertainment. Get in there. I'm trying not to just nuke them with heat, but trying to hold them in place. Bit difficult. It's more about back strength than skill. What? Back strength and skill. Yeah, stamina. I got you. In this case, yeah, it's more about the ability to just sit here and do it. Not many people can hyperfixate on something for a long period of time. I believe that's kind of a skill in and of itself that either you have to learn, or you're like me. Like I'm an ADHD person, so for me, I can hyperfixate on something and forget what day it is. But normal people, you know, you don't really have to worry about hyperfixating and losing track of time. I've got like straight up time blindness. I thought it had been like an hour. It had only been 46 minutes. But then on the flip side, I've done streams that felt like an hour and were like 3 hours long. So yeah, time perception is fun. This one ended up soldered on both sides. Whoops. Oh well. That'll be fine. It's one less resistor I got to solder on that side. I've gotten pretty good at flipping them over too. I found out if you just kind of nudge them a little bit off on the side, they'll flip right on over. And yes, I know you don't have to flip them over, but it goes right back to I like them all to be the same side up. It just looks like I care. It shows attention to detail. What would show the true attention to detail is if I would have put everything the right way around, all the labels the same way. Ain't nobody got time for that. It's bad enough I'm doing this way. Nobody, and here's the part that kills me. I know nobody is ever gonna see the back of this board. Once it's on and set up, you'll never see the back of this board ever again. So all this work is in vain. And I can't help it. I'm gonna do it anyway. ADHD. Oh, then that one didn't even stay flat like I had it. It jumped up. That's fine. But yeah, if anybody ever wants to put one of these boards together without the resistors, I believe every one of them now you can just either pick them without the LEDs or with the LEDs. I think those are the two options now. Yeah, but I would know. That's exactly it. But I would know it's messed up, and it would just bug me ever so slightly. So will I check all my joints when the magnet? Yes, I will check them because I do not I do not trust my soldering. Not this much. I'm gonna give it a quick once over and verify, because one thing I've noticed that these resistors are wide enough to cover both pads if you're not careful. So I'm gonna go back and check all of them. Yeah, I definitely want to make sure I don't have to go back and do this again. Oh my god. The only other option would be to not check it and hook it all up, and then whichever LEDs don't turn on. That's not a good way. That's not good practice though. Good practice is going to be to do what I'm going to do, and that's go back and give them a look at. For you guys, it'll be harder to see, so I don't know how to show that on camera. But what I will do is I'll zoom my camera down some while I'm giving it the once over. Maybe that'll help. Let's see. Oh no, I covered the pad up again. I can't wait till I get some proper glasses so I can see this stuff better. That'll be nice. That's on my to-do list. It'll get done. I just haven't had, I wanted to take care of the teeth first and then than vision, because my vision isn't causing me pain. My teeth were. Very therapeutic. It's very relaxing. I'm enjoying this. I was expecting it to be kind of a headache, you know, with them being so small. But I found that it's having to require that nice woo-saw in and out breathing in order to grab them without them flying. So it is very, yeah, very relaxing indeed. Especially after surgery. It's not something that requires any excessive juice. Plus, when it's finished, it's going to look mesmerizing, so I get to stare at that and zone out. I like the A4 supercomputers on my synthesizer. Just get close and breathe in the feet. Oops. Oh no. Yeah, that, you don't want to do that. I grabbed 2 resistors right there. What? Well, hey, that saves some time. I love it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows left. Oh, oh, come on, little doohickey. Oh no, it's sideways. Emotional damage. One thing I'm thinking about doing next is like making one of these, just but like a different pattern, not to sell, but just to have like a different design on hand. Maybe make one with my name on it or something. Make one that says SpectrumDIY and just have it mounted. You know what I mean? Like just have like a unique one that nobody else has. Just like that LED sphere that I made, unless somebody printed it. The LED sphere is one of a kind too. I mean, the files are printable; they're public, so somebody, who knows, somebody could have done it. If you've printed the LED sphere and want to get it seen, there you go. Put it on the comments. That was like 75 hours of work. To be honest with you, that was a lot of work for not a whole lot. Point to point soldering, through hole resist. I could have done that so many ways that would have been less excruciating than that. But you know what I did? I did it that way. I felt it necessary to use the most basic method possible. Which it turned out, it looks pretty cool. It looks like a forbidden never mind. I'm not gonna finish that sentence. I'm public. I forget about that. Let's put it this way. It's not something you'd ever want to there's no way I could say that. It doesn't matter. It looks a type of way, and I'm not mature enough, nor will I think I ever be, to look at that and not have a slight giggle. Just saying. Oh no. Get on there. Get on there, board. Actually, that one I think accidentally soldered on both sides. Again, yep, I sure did. That's alright. One less to do. I love how easy they stick. Like, once you start sticking them to that pad, they just kind of go right on in. Oh, guys. Oh, no, we're running low on resistors. Are we going to make it in time? Is there enough left? I hope so. We will find out shortly. Because we're nearing the last little bit of these. There's 3 rows after this one. And of course, they're shorter and shorter, so. this is such a fun little board. I never thought SMD would be fun to put together. I thought it was, I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought this was gonna be a nightmare. This is not a nightmare. It's actually pretty relaxing. So if you ever wanted to know, that's my opinion of it. Somebody with maybe less patience may not agree, but so far I would say this board has been really fun to put together. Come on, flip over. You can do it. Oh, it's not a double flip, single flip. There we go. I love it. I love it so much. It'd be much less fun with through-hole resistance. Yeah, I did it. Oh yeah, I did it with the A4 galliums all through-hole. That one was a nightmare. You're right. It's a forest of legs, and they all stick you and poke you, and oh god. But it was still fun to put together, so I did it anyway. But it was a lot. It was a nightmare of leads. Like, I did have the option to use surface mount. I had the surface mount LEDs. I just didn't use them. That was on me. I really should have used SMDs. But again, Matt sent in through hole, and I wanted to use the resistors that he sent because it was a gift, you know. So I used the through hole resistors and LEDs, and it went together just fine. But it took 4 hours to build, I think, or 3. I don't remember. Don't quote me. I can barely remember what time it is. But anyway, it took a minute to get that one together for sure because of the bending. This one, they just kind of stick. You're just kind of sticking them to the board. Oh no, you tried. It tried to get in there upside down. Not on my watch. Yo, look at that. We're gonna have enough. I believe we're gonna have enough. Maybe. I emptied out the... No, I didn't. There's still like maybe a few on the reel. I always try to buy more, you know. When you, like, if you need 250, buy 300. Rule of thumb. They're not expensive. I think it was like $4 for these resistors or something like. It may not have even been that. To be honest with you. Oh no. Okay, that's fine. I can just suck that up. Oh no. Oh, I almost sucked up the resistor. That would have been that would have been tragic. The resistor like straight up tried to go up the nozzle. I didn't think about that being a possibility. Oh, that's great. I almost lost a resistor to vacuum forces. Oh man. I think I might make it in time to go see Clive stream. What's the time on this joker? Let's see. Right at an hour. Yeah, I might have time. I'm gonna try to get the flashers in. I'm gonna try to. Like I said, it's a 2 hour, so after this I'll go hop in the other stream. That way I can watch somebody else do something technical. I'm not sure when I'm gonna do the stream for the prototype. I don't know if it works or not either, by the way. I didn't breadboard it. Don't hate me, but I didn't breadboard it. So we're gonna find out together, did I screw up in kicad or not? Because I took a chance, right? Like I did all of the design in kicad, knowing what the circuit should be. I didn't test it to see if it worked, but I wanted it, and I was already ordering some other stuff, so fingers crossed, you know. It might work or it might not. I'll be more surprised if it works, to be honest, because I did blind design. Well, I didn't blind design. I used a schematic that I knew worked, and then I modified it to work with Eurorack. So the modifications will be what fail. Oh, look at that. I pulled out 2. That'll never happen again. I only had 2 extras out that I needed. How about that? Let me go once over these. Make sure everything's like... Oh mercy. Yeah, I see one spot already that these pads are covered. Sorry, my head is in the way. I gotta be able to, this is actually where I gotta be able to see for a little bit. There's a couple that covered up the pads in the unsoldered side, which means it'll be harder to take a bead to. Just give this quick little once over, make sure everything's kosher. Oh, there's one. That one's, I mean, it's sideways, but there's one that covered up on the pad. And oh wow, there's a spot. Let me hoover that up. That was there's like excess is all that was. Cool. Looks like we're in business. That wasn't too bad. There was like 4 of them. Professional confidence. Yeah, exactly. I wanted to try to have some professional confidence in it, because I know the. Now I'm gonna have to rotate this way, and grab it from the side. My confidence level is definitely in that I want to trust the process. Like, I know the rules of the schematic. I follow the rules of the schematic, and so it should work, right? Well, I won't know until it gets here if that was a good decision or not. So that's kind of what I'm waiting on now, to find out, like, how good of a job did I do designing that board without testing it first. Because if I did get it and it works, then the only thing left to do is to calculate the bands, and that won't be hard to do. It just takes, you know, a few minutes. And then after calculating the bands, it'll be adding in a few features and things that I left off intentionally. I literally designed the bare bones circuit so I could make sure it worked. So that way I didn't spend but the $2 prototype. And if it doesn't work or something's wrong, I didn't lose any money I'm gonna cry about, you know. What is $2 compared to I already had a $20 order? Now, if that was all I was buying was $2, that'd be a waste. But to me, that felt like I was just paying extra for shipping, maybe. La-ta-ta. But yeah, I tried to have confidence in it. That's all it was. I just felt like if I can't design this thing without having to fully test it at this point, then I need to go back and start reading again, because the stuff that I built, I've been building basically the last 6 months, you know, so I tried to take the knowledge I used from it to, this is like my test, you know, it's a test. How good am I doing now? And if I don't test well, go back to reading and learning. And if I test well, then I'll know, cool, I've advanced a little bit. Not that that's good practice to do, but in this design, all it is a spectrum. It's a VU meter, but it's a VU meter powered by a TLO72, and that's not something that's part of the design, so I don't know if it's going to work or not. It might work or it might flop. If it does flop, the bright side is at least it didn't cost but $2. If it doesn't flop, then hey, I've got a perfectly working board ready to move on to step 2. That's going to be fun. Step 2 will be when I start designing the full-fledged module. It's probably going to be pretty wide because of the fact that I'm doing 20 bands. But it's also going to have the ability to control RGB LEDs using control voltage. Because the viewer that suggested me putting control voltage on it, that's not the end of it. All I did was test it to see if it would actually work decently enough. And now that I know it will, I'm going to add that as part of the design so that you could plug some RGB LEDs into it and it'll take a copy of the signal and act as kind of like some DIY DMX lighting almost. If you've ever seen those, they work off like an XLR, like a microphone style plug, and they just take a copy of the signal to dance. So that's basically what I'm working on. I have no clue how to tell you what it's like looking at these things. After about 3 rows, it's almost like my brain doesn't compute which row I'm supposed to be looking at anymore. Uh-oh. Oh no, I didn't cover that hole up. Okay, good deal. These are so small. Oh my god. Oh, there, I did finally cover a hole. Where's Bodge wires to the rescue? Yeah. I'm good with it. If it, whatever you got, whatever it takes, you know, as long as it works. But yeah, because the schematic is easy enough. If anything, I should be able to cut the traces, fix anything right there on the board, and reflect those traces in like the schematic, right? So, I mean, yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. Like I said, it's just a test board. It's not gonna be a crisis if it doesn't work. You know, it's just part of the design. But I did want to I wanted to design it with that I know what I'm doing feel, and I did. I did it. I was like, that feels right. Everything looks good. The schematic has nothing that screams problematic. The DRN is happy. The design rules check. It was happy. No unlinked traces. The rat's nest was taken care of. So, in theory, right, it should work. In practice, we'll see. Have I ever burned myself with a soldering iron? Yes. When I was working on the Halloween synth, I dropped my soldering pencil on my back of my hand here. That was unfortunate. Oh, it hurt. Actually, you might could still see, maybe not. It doesn't really show up that well. It's faded now because it's been a minute. Where was it? There I am. But yes, I have. It's not fun. It doesn't happen often. Like a lot of times I'll get a little heat transfer from a pin through the board that I'm pushing the pin through, but not really a burn. But I have been burned before with the resistors. And then we got the LEDs left. It healed well. Smell of roasted him. Yes! Oh my god. It does indeed have a very distinct, like, pork rind smell to it. Sizzle dizzle. What's that? It's the salt and the frizzle. What's up? Oh. Have you one of those smart aleck friends like, aren't you supposed to solder the board? Like, yes. But you know, I thought I could solder myself there for a half a second, so I figured I'd give it a try, because, you know, knowledge is power. Oh, man. What I really need to do is invest in a flux pen and a reflow station, because I could have, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I could have pasted this and reflowed this really quick. Uh-oh, we got one resistor I missed that needs to scooch. There we go. Sir, please remain seated. But yeah, I need to, if I'd get a reflow station and a flux pen, I could have like fluxed all the pads, tweezed the resistors into place, and then set this over. Or well, I guess I could have stuck it in the oven too. You can reflow in the oven. Probably not the best way in the world, but or that, or I could have taken my like clothes iron and set it on top of my clothes iron. That might work if it gets hot enough. It healed well. Yeah, it healed pretty well. There, I can still see like a little bit of texture. Ooh, get off me! Ah, fuck off! I'm sorry. I had a spider following my leg. I've had spot that's like that. Like it's still got a little bit of a texture difference, but it looks about the same as the skin around it. It's just, oh, I missed that one. How did I miss that one? La, da, da. What'll be the real test is once I get all of these put in and go to turn it on, like, is it going to turn on? Or is it going to be one of those close iron works on AOU boards? That's fair. Yeah. I don't know what kind of board this is. I think this is just a regular fiberglass board. Like just one of the standard PCBs. I don't think it's epoxy. There's another one. What? The solder pad and the end of the resistor looked exactly the same, so like those ones didn't even get centered correctly. Oh no. Oh no. Get in there. Cool. Not the smoothest resistor insertion, but you know, we got there. Oh. Once this side gets through though, what are we at on time? Let's see. An hour and 20 minutes. Oh no. I wonder if we'll get there. Can we get it in time? I'm trying to get it accomplished before 2 hours or about 2 hours, so that I don't have to do like another part to the stream. And the reason for the part would be, again, the time-lapse factor. Like, once I get through putting it together, I'll make it into a time-lapse video. And it's just easier to stream record. Because when I download the recording, it's like 80 meg file. Instead of, if I were to try to use my camera setup, it'd take several hundred megs. And if you're space weary like I am, I try to go for the best small quality I can get. We are nearly there. One more row. Oh my god. This is one of those projects that you definitely do whenever you don't have, like, you don't want to work on a big project, you just want something repetitive. Definitely one of those. Cool. Alrighty, well, that's all of the resistors. Let's get out to... Actually, I'm going to drink some coffee. Speed soldering, it took 1 hour and 20 minutes. Is that fast or slow? I don't know if that's fast or slow. But I'm going to zoom you out now. And let's orient this board in a reasonable fashion. Oh, this thing is, it's a weird contraption because it's, when you push it together, when you tighten it, it actually clamps it. So you don't want to put it too tight in there at first. All right, so let's make sure these are all flashers before I go sticking them in. Put these to the test. Speed solder, dun dun dun, dun dun dun. Speed solder. Yeah, these are flashers. Oh, I just sparked myself. Did I just ruin the LED? I did. I burnt out that LED. I heard it pop in my hand. It's a fryode now. We now have a fryode. Whoops-a-daisy. Sacrifices must be made. Yeah, I popped that, Joe. It went pop. I said, what? Whoops. So now we're just gonna start sticking them in now. I don't have enough of the UV LEDs. I was gonna put a UV ring, but I don't have enough spares to do that. So unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to. But the way I do this, right? The way I put this, I do the same way I did the A4 board. I'll put all these LEDs in. I'll solder one leg and then go seat everything nice and flat and then finish the solder. So that's the way I do it. Now, Big Clive, he's got an aluminum frame that clamps the thing and puts a little sponge pressure on the LEDs themselves to do it, that's actually really rad. But I don't put enough of them together to have one, so I'm having to do it this way. Although the advantage to doing it this way, I never have to hold the board. I can just stick them in, flip the, like, spin, it'll spin. And so, the real question is how many of these flashers am I gonna have extra? No, I'm gonna go over here. Top down. It's easier. Oh, I should have dumped the pile out with my. Ooh. It's already a forest of legs. You can definitely feel that it's getting tight in there. I'll have this on during the live stream. Yeah. Have this on in the background. What'd you do? I just got through putting the board together. What's up, champ? Let's go. I love it already. It's not even fully populated. Something like this made LED spacing template out of universal PC. Yeah, I felt that. I don't blame you. I made a jig for installing LEDs into the LED sphere to make that easier. But this is a little different. This is like, I would have had to you do like you did, make a jig where there's a bunch of dimples for the LEDs to sit in leg up. But the real question is, how many of the legs would miss the hole and how many of them would make it? You know? That'd be funny. Like, you go to try to line up the dual legs. So a lot of them will be lined up, but then you'll have like this one random leg and you won't be able to tell. It'll just be like, why won't it go? Somewhere like right in here, there'll be like one LED that's missing the holes. I've been wanting to put this board together for a hot minute. I've had it a long time. I think I bought this back in like December or something like that. And it's been on the backlog of projects to do. I built my kids a bunk bed and an LED module for that. Is why, you know, this didn't get done sooner. This was supposed to be after the synth. And my kids were like, I want LEDs. So I bought them LEDs, right? I bought them the strip LEDs with the remote. And when they got here, the remote had so few color options. I'm sitting here going, there is no way my child is going to have fun with this. If I were a kid and I had LEDs, I'd want to make my own colors. And so I designed that module. And now my kids have a color change bunk bed that they can pick their own colors instead of the ones that were predetermined by the remote. So that project is also available online. You can download that, order it. But I'm sending one of those. I'm sending a pair of them to Scruff because LEDs, you know. I got to mail a package that way anyway. I might as well make use of the inside of the box. Don't want to waste any space. The smallest box I've got had so much room in it. I'm like, I'm going to send some other electronic junk. I'm just kidding. It's not junk. Look at this. Oh, it looks like a porcupine. Maybe that's what I need to do, just bend the one leg over instead of both of them. Where is it? Oh. I would say it's harder to put the through hole in than the surface mount. Yeah. Having compared them side by side. There's somewhere ESP DMX and ever. Hey, look at that. Hell yeah. This is I did not I had an internal argument between should I put this together live or not, and then I realized I've got to record it this way regardless. So that's why we're on. In case anybody wanted to know, this particular project was one that I wanted like a time lapse of, and the best way to time lapse projects like these is to just record them and then decide how long does your final video need to be, and then shrink it. My software, I can choose how long I want the final render to be and render it that long, so I don't have to like record a certain amount of time. I can just record whatever time it takes and then tell it how long I want it to be a time lapse for, and it'll do it. Super easy. I think what I should do while I'm here, like when I get finished putting in all of these, is maybe lay something on top of this board to keep them nice and flat. That's what I'm thinking. That would be why. That would be why Clive's got that frame, so you don't have to do that. Not being stuck in the position I'm in. Like, oh no, how am I gonna hold them? Now the real question is, should I stop at a certain point and go ahead and solder in what I've got, or should I go and do all of them? Which is what I'm currently doing. I'm currently trying to do all of them. Watching paint dry, isn't it? Only reason I leave it live is because it's the chat factor. Layer of bubble wrap and something flat. Hey, that's not a bad idea. I don't have any foam, but I mean bubble wrap, but I've got foam. Whether it's nearby or not, I don't know. I have to look. Fill in the kitchen. Stop, you'll have nightmare getting past the legs with the iron tip. Yeah, fair. Totally fair. Maybe do like one bag and then flip it over and then do another bag. Although I don't even want to know what the back looks. When I flip it over, it's already going to be. I don't know what it looks like yet. I cannot see through the legs, and my speech is so stuttery. What the crap? Can you imagine putting together, doing this like nonstop? Putting together board after board after board. Like the door in the movie Hero. Yes. Oh God, yes. Exactly. The whole building, matter of fact. Except for where they were standing at, I guess. That was a great movie. I love how it starts off, like, you know, how he goes up in there at the beginning and it's going to start off with him telling you what happened. So basically you're watching the movie after the fact, but like in the movie. I don't know how to explain that, but you know, you've seen it. I just like that they did it that way. The music was really good too, especially the chess court scene. I really like how they did the chess court. How like they didn't even start fighting until Buddy broke his instrument. They were doing all the fighting in their head first. Oh, that movie. You got me want to watch that movie again now. about to see how bad it is. As soon as I run out of LEDs, I'm going to take a glance at the bottom. I'm kind of just been told you are building one of these. Hey, right on. What's up, Evilution? I sure am. I'm putting together the green. I was going to use rainbow flashers, but the 10mm LEDs I've got have a really wide flared base on them, and so they couldn't go in flat. So I went with the green. So we're going to go green flasher, and I'm going to probably stick this on my synthesizer. But heck yeah. I put the link in the description down below. I just got through putting in all the resistors, and now I'm stacking in the LEDs. But yeah, I'll put your link down in the shop down in the description. That way if somebody want to get them one, you know, sure can. It's been on the shelf sitting here waiting on me to do it for so long, and I feel bad because it took so long to get to it, but you know, I guess that's how it goes sometimes. Alternate rows so you have enough room to solder. Yeah, I learned that the hard way just now. I figured I would just use up the pack of LEDs and get them soldered in, and then yeah. Oh, that's not too bad. That's not as bad as the A4. Okay, I'll keep going. Yeah, if I would have alternated rows, that would have been a little better. Let me check, make sure this one's also a flasher. I've got green that are not flashers and green that are flashers, so all right, those are flashers. Right on. I like this board though. I was just talking about how good it is, like design wise. The LEDs, the resistors I used are 331s, which is probably not as, I probably could have used 1K, but 330 ohm. I'm not going to be putting a lot of juice through it anyway. I have a little 3-volt power supply, little DC Wally Wart. That means this pack won't quite reach all the way across. It'll reach nearly all the way across. Yeah, I bought this one, was the unpopulated one. Like, it didn't have the resistors on it. And what tickled me was your description down there at the bottom. It says, do not buy this board. There are other boards. You don't want to do it. And I'm over here going, challenge accepted. I'm going to do it now. I got to, because you said not to do it. So now I got to do it. So I bought the one without the resistors on it, and I used 331s. They were actually easier to put in the board, I think, than I thought they were going to be. So like, instead of, I was going to brace for a 2-part stream where the first part I do just the resistors and then the next part I do just the LEDs, but it took about an hour to put the resistors in, so kept on going. We are. I'm definitely going to put something firm on this though before I flip it over, because I want to make sure most of them stay seated, so I don't have to go back and like do that by hand. But if it happens, it happens, you know. That's the way it be sometimes. I'm doing this for the enjoyment of it, so that and again, time-lapse videos look better when you do them in a certain order. So like, because I did all the resistors the same face up and I did them from left to right, and I'm installing the LEDs all in one time, left to right, in the time lapse it'll look better. It looks like it takes forever and is a nightmare to do it. Madman. Yeah, I sure did. I just finished them. I sure did. I had just finished them right before you popped in here. Like, I guess. I don't know. I lost track of time already. But it was something like that, yeah. And I got them all in, but I did them left to right. And somebody was like, you could put the labels all either way. It don't matter. And I'm like, I know it, but aesthetically speaking, on the video, it'll look better. So on the video, this doesn't look like it's the most efficient way, but then when you go watch the time lapse, you'll see what it looks like. It's all being installed in an order. How am I going? Hey Brad, how's it going, dude? I was just talking about your stereo phono amp a bit ago. Did you ever get all of them put together? I know you were working on more than one of them. I caught as much as the stream. I think I caught most of the stream, to be honest. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm feeling a lot better now that I don't have tooth pain. I'm sore, but I mean that's not the same thing as that tooth pain I had. Oh, oof. That was rough. I was hoping to try to knock this out in a couple hours, and that way I could start working on the time-lapse footage of it by the end of the day, and then the next video is going to be either on this. I'll probably do it on the Spectrum Analyzer, find out if it's going to blow up or not, because again, I did not breadboard that project. It's straight to PCB. Ran out of bits, got all the bits. Hey, right on. What did you run out of? Was it the capacitors? Or the chips, I mean, the ICs? That is such a cool build. Was that you or your dad that designed that? I mean, not that it matters, it's still a cool board. I just think that's, like, really cool that you both work on electronics. My dad works on models and plays World of Warcraft. He doesn't do electronics. I'm sure he could. He just never has. Not that I know of. Ran out of regulator. Oh, speaking of regulators, it's not in the video or anything, but that modulation station, turns out that it was not just 78 LO5s. It was 178 LO5 and 179 LO5 on each of them. And so not only had I had two of them backwards, that's why only two of the oscillators were working, but the voltage regulators weren't even the right one, so it wasn't getting the voltage it needed. So I ended up, instead of using the 78 LO5s, which are the small, 5-volt regulators, I had to use the big chonkin 7805. And I was like, oh. So there's like on the back of the modulation station, there's like these great big, that's Dad's layout. Right on. That's pretty cool. KiCad is really fun to use, I think. I wonder... I started with KiCad, so I mean, I don't really know what the other ones are like, but I really like it. It was easy for me to start learning, and now that I've learned how to use it, I feel comfortable with it. So yeah, I would say KiCad's pretty good. I mean, of course, I could easily go on about how easy stuff is, and it really depend on who's using it, like my dad. If I were to give him KiCad, he'd probably tell me off for not giving him directions. Why'd you give me this crap? What is this? What is this language? I had time warp day though when I went to the dentist yesterday, because like I went in at 10:30. I went back to surgery by about 11:40, and then I remember talking to the surgeon for a couple of minutes before I was out of it, and then woke up the next day. Or I woke up getting pulled out of the car. That's what it was. Kicad even has... Ooh. Really now? Gintu. What is that for? Since I don't know what that is. Gen 2 support? I must have read that wrong. My brain said Gen 2 for some reason. I have dyslexia. I'm almost 100% positive. Oof, come on with it. Here's gonna be the real question: how bad is this gonna be to really solder one? Because again, I'm doing it for the sake of the look of the video. I could have done this the right way, and it wouldn't have been Linux distribution. More build it yourself than even ours. Ooh. Pretty much. Yeah, because when I try to read certain things, I can't process that information sometimes. I'll just stare. I can't do walls of text. Like when I joined Look Mom No Computers discourse, somebody was like, well, you need to post here and here and there. And I'm like, I would love to do so, but I don't think you understand that when I see a wall of text, my brain goes fuzzy and my eyes glaze over. And suddenly I've forgotten what I was even there for. And the post that I was making was an update about a project. So, like, I don't know. But yeah, I struggle to read some things. But then with numbers, I can handle numbers no problem. I've never had an issue there. I can remember the most bizarre numbers. And I can't remember somebody's name. Not unless I've interacted with them quite a bit. Then I can remember their name. Like it takes me a good minute. I believe it's raining. It sure is. I hear the rain. Cool. It's not it shouldn't thunderstorm today, so maybe there won't be like a hailstorm like last time. That was trippy. Oh my God. It's hailing in Mississippi. That was wild. Because it doesn't hail here very often. Like it's been years. And now it's just regular old thunderstorms like we normally get. Oh yeah, it's coming down. It sounds like white noise in here. You probably can't hear it on the camera, but it's coming down out there. We're coming along. We're getting there. This thing reminds me so much of Hellraiser. Old buddy's face. Hellraiser. Alright, now I gotta get another pack of LEDs. Should be the last pack I need, but I want to, again, make sure there's flashers. Whoops. I just yeeted that one. Where'd it go? Well, it's gone now. It went flying. We'll test another one of these and see if it's cool. We have us the last pack of flashes. That means that other pack is probably the solid ones, because the solid LEDs I bought for the Spectrum analyzer. Cool beans. I'm kind of curious to see what it's going to be like soldering this, because I did it the hard way instead of the easy way. If anybody ever says I'm not very good with my fingers, they should go watch some of these videos. There's so many of them. Something will go wrong. What? Yeah. There's 271 times 4 pads possibility. Alexa, what's 271 times 4?
271 times 4 is 1,084.
There's 1,084 ways for it to go wrong. I run a Mint and have been trying to get art working on. Oh, okay. Yeah, finding the time. That's like this board. I've had this board now for a hot minute, and it kept getting shuffled and moved and shuffled and moved, and projects kept getting in front of it. The synthesizer took up the last 6 months, and then of course the oscilloscope, I hit the 1 year mark and I had to go in and knock that video first, because otherwise it wouldn't have been as funny to me. And then I tried to do I did one Wanda jam video, and I'm talking about when I say I don't even know what the hell I'm doing, I just turned it on and started playing. That's it. But now when I go in, the next time I actually try to do a stream, music stream, I'm going to do a music stream to try to jam for real, like try to really play something. And when I say play something, I'm thinking tunes instead of like a music song or something. Just have me a beat going. Synthwave. Something I could just nod my head to, you know. That's what I'm gonna try to do anyway. We'll see how it goes. I'm not Sam, so, you know, I don't know how to do the knob shuffle like that, but I can certainly give it my best go. Try to make it sound good. I've been practicing my mixing skills, trying to get my audio to sound better. Oops. Like right now, you're not even listening to webcam audio. You're actually listening to my lapel condenser mic, which is running through my mixer. So you don't get the cam audio, which is usually really loud white noise, and it's a lot brighter, I guess, maybe, or more brittle. I don't know. The lapel mic seems to be a little bit deeper. But once I got kind of used to how OBS Studio, the meters look on it versus the meters on my mixer, I've learned that the mixer meter doesn't even matter. It's the OBS meter. As long as it's right smack between yellow and red, not red, but not down in the low end of yellow, you're at a good enough volume that you won't clip, but it'll be nice and loud. So I've been making sure that anytime I set up new audio, I'll talk a bit and make sure that that meter is sticking up right there on the edge of red. And it seems to be decent on stream and like recordings and stuff. It doesn't seem clipped, but it also doesn't seem so quiet that I've got to boost the audio after the fact. Living and learning. Ooh, how far are we in? We're 2 hours in already. Damn. Damn. I can't leave y'all like this. I can't leave y'all with the board half-assed. I've already got them all installed. I've got to solder them now. We're going past 2 hours. I'm sorry. There's no way I could leave you like this. This would just be so unsatisfactory. OBS has plugins for compression too. Just don't overdo it. Yes, that's something else. I need to make sure of that too. I haven't checked that. Have a lapel mic with the overhead cam. You know, Scruff, you sound really good on audio. My cameras, I think, are the C920 and 920. One of them's a C920, one of them's a C922, and they sound fine. The lapel mic sounds, I don't know, about the same, I guess. The last stream I did was on the camera mic, and this stream is on the lapel mic. So, if you were there for the modulation station build, that was all my webcam. This is lapel. So I don't know. If it doesn't sound any better, it's not. I mean, it doesn't take any work. All I gotta do is unmute it, and then whenever I'm done using it, mute it back. So, I mean, it's not really any extra work to use a lapel mic over the cam mic. But the cam mic is pretty much automatically the right level, whereas the lapel mic, I had to go through and figure out what unit. I had to put it at unity gain for the normal volume, and unity gain is basically whatever goes in goes out the same level, but then I had to boost the gain on it by like 25%, something like that. I ought to do like a place your bets. How many of these LEDs are not going to work? Ever tried headset mics? You know what? I have. My only headset is the Razer Kraken, and it's a 3.5 millimeter TRRS, so it wouldn't be much different than using a headset mic. You know, it is a headset mic. I would just have to use an adapter though, because it's not a 1/4 inch or an XLR. My mixer takes 1/4 inch or XLR. Like the one singers use and stuff. Yeah, I've considered that. I've never used one in my setup, but I've considered it. I've got a Shure wireless body pack, so I'll get a mic for that. So I don't stream often get to. Yeah, there you go. I need a wireless mic. Like, I've noticed that like Big Clive and Sam over at Look Mom No Computer have these little black boxes that clip on. Now, are these gonna fall out? They didn't, but look at this forest. You guys ready? There's the forest. My goodness, what an array. Yay. What's up, Adam? How's it going? Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, heavens. Get in there. There we go. One down, only 270 to go. Times 2. Now ask me how it is I'm going to do this without pushing the LEDs out of the other side of this board. Oh my God. It's going. We're going. We're alive. So far, so good. Get down in. I'm having more trouble getting the solder to get down in there than the pencil. There we go. There we go. Come on with it. Ooh, fuck. That's a tiny little space to get in. Let's go. Look, ladies, gentlemen, non-binary pals, this is how good I am into getting tight places with my fingers. Just saying. I'm really good with my hands. It's like milking a hedgehog. What? Yeah, it feels like I'm trying to give surgery to a porcupine. And I get to rigorously test out my new cutters because of this board. That's gonna be fun. I can't see chat. Hold on. I see it moving. I'm gonna try to glance. What does it say? Wait until you get into the middle. Oh yeah, I swear. Oh god, yeah. The middle is gonna be the bitch, because then it's gonna be sticking my hand. Ooh. Yeah, so the through holes are harder than the SMDs, most certainly. We're getting there. Uh-oh. Did I just solder those two together? I sure did. That's alright. We'll clip that later. I see why your name's Evil. Imagine you get through with this and somebody gets mad and they walking by, you just take this board and just smack them before you've cut the leads off the back. Like, don't you talk bad to me. I got this board in my hand. I'm gonna smack you with it. It's a personal defense weapon. I appreciate that, Adam. It's quite a squeeze. That was my own doing. I could have skipped rows. It didn't have to be this way. I just, you know, for the sake of the time lapse portion of it, because the actual recording bit is the part that seems like it takes forever. But once I shrink it into like a little 1 minute speed, all it's gonna look like is I went doop 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 doop. You're not even gonna tell how long it took. I promise. Some time lapses are a miracle. Someone said there was some inefficiency going on in here, Dave. Big Clive live. Well, hey, Big Clive, how's it going? Jason, how's it going? Welcome to the shit show. I was trying to make this look good for a time lapse, so I did left to right, you know. I'm surprised that I thought the patron stream was still going. Where was I? I was on this row here. I figured you were gonna still be a patron. I had to rejoin your patron finally. I finally got in a better financial spot. So I finally got to rejoin. I've been weathering it, you know, as one does. But yeah, this you know what, to be fair, this is no more difficult than what I did with that LED sphere. And the LED sphere was rounded. So I was soldering these inside of a rounded semicircle. Uh-oh, I'm tangled up. There we go. You created these, created my own build video so people would learn. Yeah, well, okay, again, I'm doing this for the time-lapse aesthetic, because the time-lapse, you'll see it get installed in a nice, neat, orderly fashion, whereas in real life, it's a nightmare. But again, it's for the look of it, because the time-lapse video is going to be a minute long, and you will not be able to tell all of these little doodads in that little 1 minute time lapse. Power of video editing. Long day at work. I'm sorry to hear that, Scruff. It's been a long week here with surgery and everything. I'll try to hang in there, get through it, you know. It sounds so weird. Time lapses are easy. Yes, they are. It's so easy. Because all I got to do is take the video of me building this thing and shrink it down into a minute long, and I could tell people, yeah, it only took me an hour. Which in reality, it's taken about 2.5. And this is only one side. I'm doing one side so I can make sure all the LEDs are seated. But when I do these videos, I always think about like how are they going to look sped up? Because I don't care how they look in the live stream. I care about the visibility in the live stream, as long as you can see it really good. Get down in there. I don't feel no pain and sympathy for you, board. Hold my solder. I'm talking about, it's getting this right hand to get down in there. The pencil itself is stiff, so I can just shove it down in where it needs to go. There we go, Lord. Lord have mercy. After this project, I've got to repair a Kenwood 850S. I got to repair the LED display on my Kenwood 850S. I can't see the text on it anymore. So I'm going to have to do that soon. That might make an interesting video. How to repair your ham radio. Somebody get mad at me. I didn't do it right. That's the internet for you. You can't do nothing right. That's as soon as you post something, you should already know you did it wrong. Somebody out there has a better solution to how you just did it. That's everything. It don't matter what you do. And yes, I threw my soldering pencil on the floor just now. It didn't burn the carpet though. It got up off the floor quick enough. Well, I just need an insulin strip now, and I can test my blood sugar. Just poke my finger. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Don't do that. No. There we go. Some of these holes here, they're like really close by to a spot that I got a splatter on. Are we halfway through? We're almost halfway through. Look at that. Time flies when you're having fun. Unless you're watching, then you're probably like, oh, this takes so fucking long. Why does it take so long? But yeah, it's not quite halfway through. There's still like 2 more rows to be halfway. Get around it. Come on with it. There we go. Oh my God. It did not want to behave. What I wanted to give me like a little stick that this can slide inside of. Direct it. Kind of like a magic wand. Oh. There we go. Get in there. Solder like you mean it. I love leaded solder because it doesn't mess around. That's a contradictory thing, isn't it? Because it kind of does mess around. Oh. Why is it going better right here than it was over off on the left? Was it I must have bent these a little differently. Because I didn't bend all of the leads like splayed. I think I only splayed some of the first half, and then I gave up doing the splay and just bent one leg over. Something like that. Because these are going in easier. It's gonna look cool when it's done, though. I think I'm gonna put this on Wanda, so when I'm playing, I'll have it to look at. What'd you do while you were healing from your surgery? I put myself through hell. I milked a porcupine. You milked a porcupine? Well, might as well have. That's what I'm going to tell people. I'm going to tell people I milked a porcupine while I... or I gave a massage to a hedgehog. Time lapses of doing that would look like an epileptic seizure. What? Doing what? This? If it were flashing, yeah. I'm talking about just the installation, like the build. Almost there. We're almost to the halfway mark. We're halfway in the middle of this board now. Right on. And then I can flip it over and make sure all the LEDs are seated where I want them, and as long as they're seated, I'll chop off the soldered LEDs to make this a little less this. But again, for the time lapse, you'll see. I promise, you'll see what I mean. I've done this before. I did the same thing on the A4 Gallium board, Big Clive's board. I could have put it together an easy way, and I went for the what looks good on camera. And it took a lot longer than this. It took over 4 hours to put that board together. And that was all through hole. This is half and half. Oh. My only problem is my hand's starting to cramp holding this solder pencil, so I might have to, let me just do that. I'll trade hands for a while. Get down in there with the fresh hand. Let's go. Yeah. Don't stop me now, 'cause I'm having a good time. And I don't want to stop at all. Is that how that goes? It's so weird soldering right-handed. What the frick? I don't do this often. I don't solder right-handed. This is so bizarre. And I'm literally, the only struggle I'm having here is the actual, like, getting this solder wire down into it, because the pencil goes straight to it. I'll just come down with it a little bit. Boom. Tell me, oh, hit me baby one more time. Oh. I always, whenever when it comes to the bedroom stuff, I'm really good at getting in tight places. I'm just saying. Oh my god. Oh my god. If you're a young one, don't worry about it. Don't worry about what that means. I do have my video set 18 plus. I'm not even 18 plus mentally. I'm just a Toys R Us kid. I can't even see chat right now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sure you're probably over here like, well, if you'll answer me, damn it. I love how this pencil is just tangled up all in the wire. There we go. Now I gotta find where I was at in the thorn bushes. Here we go. We're there. Nigel Thornberry. You ever watch the Thornberries? Because this is like Thornberry material here. We're gonna go find the tiger out in the woods of the resistors near. Only a couple more rows and then I'll start clipping off these leaves. Make it a little easier. Uh-oh, you got funneled over here? I just saw that. Whoops. Uh-oh. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt the normal scheduled bulletin. I was gonna do this like Friday instead because I thought I was gonna be too wiped out from surgery, but I couldn't sit still, and I'm like, no, it doesn't require a lot of like muscle or anything. I'm literally just sitting here putting a board together, so I might as well do it as soon as I can. And because I had not been on Big Clive's Patreon in a while, I just forgot all about today being a patron stream, so like that was poor timing. Whoops. I'm gonna try to stop doing them on a Thursday. I usually try to do my lives kind of check everybody like, all right, everybody's got theirs planned for these days, and I'm gonna just take up this extra one. All right, I gotta go left-handed. This is bugging me again. This is it's too weird going right-handed. That is too weird. It was working, but now it's just messing with me. And it's funny because I don't even write right-handed. I mean, or whatever. Handedness is a made-up construct. Fuck. Oh, I swear it's made up, because if you do something with one hand long enough, you'll be good at it. Especially if it's repetitive. Like it's something you do frequently. I can play guitar left or right-handed, and I don't even own a left-handed guitar anymore. It was because my first guitar, that's all I had was a left-handed guitar. I was raised right-handed though. I don't know how that works, but it worked. It is a quiet Thursday here. It seems like it's already stopped raining. I'm going to check chat here in just a second. Take me a coffee break as soon as I finish this row. My hands need a little smidge. Just a little bit. Don't want to stop at all. I'm gonna have to though. Like I'm gonna take me like a small little break for coffee. I've got coffee nearby, so it's not like I gotta walk off. what I ought to do is, whenever this one's through, before cutting the LEDs, compare it to the sphere, because the sphere is it's pretty tightly packed even after being clipped. All right, coffee. And chat, what's chat looking like? Throwing your soldering iron on the floor. Yeah, I know, right? I have switched hands. Okay, I mean, that's fair. I've had to do that a few times. I hope you guys are having a good day, though, for real. It's been a long time since I've got to catch up in Discord, and then I jumped in for like a day, and then life again. I've been watching my watch later list steadily get bigger and bigger and bigger. I have there's 3 people that I have on my watch later list, and that's Big Clive, I've got Sam, and Veritasium, all in my list for watch laters, because there's been a lot of recent videos that I want to see. I got to see a Transformer video that Big Clive did, and it just goes right back to, this is why I don't mess with them. Like, I built my whole house, and I'm still, there's no way I'm going to touch a Transformer. No way. Like, I don't want to get that, you know, you only get shocked once. That you'll remember anyway. Everybody else will, oh my God, oh my God. Like, when I built the Tesla coils that I've got on hand, those aren't running off mains power. Those are running off little wall warts, and even those are dangerous as hell. Like, they don't tell you that they're dangerous as hell on the kit. They say just not suitable for children. And you get them, and you think, oh yeah, it'll be fine. Well, one day I forgot that I had it even plugged in, and I picked it up by the secondary, and let me tell you, it shocked the fuck out of me really quick. And that was just the secondary winding of a Tesla coil, not even actively running. It was just plugged in. And I'm like, wow, get out of here. That was painful. I didn't know it was even on or plugged in or nothing, and it got me anyway. It wasn't putting out sparks, it wasn't making out noise, there was no hum. But when I touched that secondary, it had charge, and that shit fucking knocked my hand away. And then, of course, the MOT that I've got on hand that I was going to use for a Tesla coil, it's rated for 2400 watts, but that doesn't tell me anything, because I know it's a 110, but is it a 1-to-1, or does it convert it up, or is it a step up? I don't know what it is. And that's the thing, because I don't know. That's one of those, don't fuck with it, leave it alone. So you'll probably never see that on this channel, probably not ever. Sorry if that's something you wanted to see one day. I don't mess with microwave oven transformers. I'll leave that to the people who are very well trained and professionals. This is DIY, not DI fry. I'm just saying. In all seriousness, you, as a viewer though, really don't mess with a microwave, like any part of it, much less a transformer. I've taken a amount of them apart for the parts, but you know, that's whatever. We're talking about a choice that I've made. Don't do that though. Actually, I wanted some diodes that were heavy powered out of this one microwave. They were huge, and I didn't know at the time not to mess with it, and I did anyway, and the capacitors were still charged, and that zapped the shit out of me too. Now, how many shocks do you think it's going to take me to fucking learn? It took two, and I haven't messed with one in years. All right, we're down to the last two little spots, and then I'm gonna do see how tremendously bad they're all out of place, because I don't have a clamp on them. What? They're not? Yo, okay. All right then. Let's clip half of these, and I'm gonna I get to use my new clippers. I got some new clippers donated to me. These dudes. Doop doop doop. I can't believe it. We're nearly there. Oh yeah. Oh God. Oh God. Safety squints. Safety squints. Yo, these are cutting so good. What's up? These are semi-flush cutters, by the way. I gave up on the flush cutters. I wanted something that is a little... To be honest with you, you're not going to be flush cutting a lot of stuff anyway on a PCB. It's like semi-flush. But these are so sharp, they're flinging leads all over the place. I love it. They're so sharp. Let's go. So if anybody wanted to know how tight of a space that I can solder in, well, there you go. I can solder in that tight of a space without being too big of a problem. Do I like it? No, not really. Was it relaxing? Yeah. Would I do it again? Yeah, because I'm a masochist. I would do it again. I'm talking about, this is like, now I'm trimming a hedgehog. Oh shit, that one got me. Oh, right in my schnoz. Right in the schnoz. It's like trimming a Christmas tree. Oh. And then I still got to go in and solder the other sides. Like, I'm gonna go and trim this up even more. I'm just tickled to death that this, what I'm seeing in front of me right now. Oh, that one got me. Oh no, emotional damage. Oh, that one got me in the forehead. What's up? I'm gonna look like a porcupine by the time I get through trimming these little jobs. Alright, we gotta go back down here and start down here. I can't get my bearing. Uh-oh, I missed that one. Somebody didn't get their solder on that pad. I'm not gonna say names, but damn it, Dave. God damn it, Dave. You missed one. I suppose it was bound to happen out of this many legs, right? But yeah, you should buy it already populated if you're impatient. If you don't have patience, this is be the board that'll drive you crazy. Whoops. Did I get that out? I sure did. I got that out of camera frame again. Now I gotta find where I was clipping at. I was somewhere right around here. There we go. Whoopsie-daisy. I love how they're just chong, chong, chong. Can you imagine like how much pain is going to be in my feet later when I walk across this carpet barefoot if I don't go and run a rolly magnet or something across it? It's going to be, this is like advanced Legos. My forehead has been assaulted like 15 times already. Oh. It's just flying everywhere. That's great. Oh, we missed another one. I say we. That was me. I've totally missed that one. My bad. So I've only missed 2, right, so far? If that's all, I'll be good with that. Ah, they're sticking in my hat now. I just felt one stick in my hat. It sounds so weird too. You hear it? It's making this weird like time sound. I probably could just cut them all, to be honest with you. I mean, they're all attached. I say I probably could, but then of course they jiggle, so you don't really want to cut too much off. Then I went one right in my eye hole. I don't need eyeballs anyway. What do I need eyeballs for? Cool. Lay these. Just trying to figure out where I was again. It's like getting lost because there's so many. It's a little forest. Trying to cut all the ones that are already soldered so I can at least see which ones are not. Righto. I don't believe they are magnetic, but if they were, oh yeah, it depends. If they're the cheap kind, they're not. The cheap kind are definitely not magnetic. I've tried, but some of these LEDs, these might not be the cheap kind. Let's see. You know what? I can find out super quick. Nope, they're magnetic. Cool. All right. I think that's enough out of my way to finish soldering the other side, it looks like. Make sure I'm still in frame though. What if one gets in me in the eye? It did. Well, not directly in my eye hole, but I had a couple poke me. It'll be alright. I safety squint a lot, you know, safety first. Or third. Has anybody watched Safety Third yet? That's Michael Reeves and William Osmond, Nile Red. They go on and do a live stream weekly, I think. Can't remember. Can't remember. Uh-oh, I just undid my sponge. Oh no. Maybe I need to solder that down. The brass cap does not really need to come off of that, because you could just pull the sponge out of the front of it. Uh-oh, I bridged the solder point. No. There we go. It'll only matter later, you know, when you try to turn it on. And I bridged another one. Quit, noob. I've done this before, I promise. I promise I know what I'm doing. Kinda. Maybe. Google it. Yeah, this is I didn't think I was gonna get it all done in a single stream, so whoops. I did it again. I was gonna do one short thing and ended up doing a long thing. That's typical. Quit shorting the contacts, you noob. There we go. But yeah, if I'm gonna do this for speed, I would have skipped rows, most certainly. And after doing every other row, I would have went and cut all the leads and then done every other row and then been done. But again, I was trying to do it for the aesthetic of the camera. And I don't know why, but I like watching it go left to right, so that's what I did. So this was added time that it would have not taken, you know, like it wouldn't have taken this long if I'd have done it the other way. But I don't think this took that long, you know. It doesn't feel like it took that long. It feels like it took about the time you would expect of putting this many components in a board. Definitely, like it's an afternoon project, not an all-day project. Oops, there goes that bridge. There we go. Don't short the contacts, noob. Oops, I did it again. I made you believe. I don't know the name of that song. It's been too long. I mean, the lyrics of that. I know what the name of the song is. Oops, I did it again. But like, I don't know the lyrics. The 90s. Oh, those were good times. Party over here. Whoop whoop. Party over there. Whoop whoop. Party whoop whoop. Pull over to the side of the road. Oh, damn it. That's a heart-sinking moment when you're over there partying and suddenly you hear whoop whoop right behind you. You're just like, oh, damn. I was having too much fun. Somebody's time to pooping on the party. I'm gonna have to hydrate or dihydrate here in a second. Hydrate or die straight. Oh my god. I'm about as straight as a kinky garden hose. I'm meaning I'm not. I don't know that needs to be clarified, but you know what? I don't think I've ever just came out and said I was gay, but in case anybody didn't know that, now you do, and you just can't unknow that now. I'm super fabulously gay. Oh my god. I'm sure somebody has noticed. Somebody is bound to have noticed. Like, I rocked pink hair for like 2 months straight. If that wasn't a pink flag, I don't know what it was. But anyway, that's not entirely like accurate though, because I'm only gay for the bearded men. I don't like the shave faced. I gotta have a beard. Just saying. I'm sorry if you don't have a beard and you're watching this. I'm sorry. I like my men with hair. We are getting there. It's taking a little time. Time for a poll. Which family is more the Spears or the Jacksons? The Spears. I think the Spears are. Conservatorship? That's I'd say the Spears hands down. Do you want me to do a poll? Can one of y'all do a poll? Straps, you mean? What do you mean straps? I'm confused. Oh, I skipped a row. Oh no. That's not gonna even be noticeable. But yeah, I've never came out on the internet before. I just kind of rolled out like that. Whoops. Oh well. Now you know. That's some knowledge. Knowledge isn't really power in this case because I don't really care. I lost a couple subscribers the other day because I told them not to be ugly on my channel. I'm like, you do realize I've got 2 little girls, right? I got 2 daughters that like to ask me, what do I get up to? And so I send them my videos on their little tablets and be like, this is what I got up to. The ones that aren't cussing, I mean. I do cuss in some of them. And they ask me questions a lot of the times, like, how'd you do that? And like, well, while you were gone. And so I kind of share everything that I can publicly, just because you never know, there might be somebody else out there that has no idea what they're doing, like me. And when I say ugly, they weren't just a little ugly, it was really bad. Like, I can't even repeat what they said. Just repeating it might get my stream shut down. Oh, well, people are shitty, like, in general. That's why I made a whole new channel. I got tired of, I don't know, tired of dealing with it. So I made another channel, and it's already at like 1,600 people that are interested in this stuff. And I'm like, well, you know what? I think I'm going to stick to that channel there for a while and just do builders streams here for a while, you know, at least till I have something interesting enough to make a video on. Mainly because I don't feel like reading the comments. Not that it's like really matters, because it'll sit, you know, it can be watched any old time. It's not like it's a live show that you can only one time on. That's gonna be a problem. There we go. Cool deal. Cool deal. So are you guys still dual stream, watching dual streams? Because I'm serious, like, I want to go hop over on the patron stream after I get this board together. It's just my stamina has started to slow down. I was working there fast and now it's starting to get a little slow. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8s, and they're getting faster because I'm on the other side of the rows. So these are the fast rows now. The real question is, my virgin ears will bleed. Oh my God. Oh no. Don't say it. I won't say it. I said it. Whoops. I said it again. Oh no, then again. But yeah, I love putting these things together. The A4 board, that was fun. The sphere was fun. This was fun. Of course, I didn't get to put the mouse computer together. That comes assembled, but I've got a mouse computer sitting right here. We'll just stick that one in the tines. Oh no, that's not a good idea. That is not a good idea. There's a battery in there. Y'all, if you make fun of me for that, I don't blame you. I just put a battery on top of all them leads like that. Oh, good thing it's just a button cell. That was not a good idea. I did not think that through. That could have shorted something. Maybe. I don't know. My brain said no, so I took it off. The real question is, how many of these LEDs are not going to work because I did something wrong? Rabbit. Oh, the agony. Ah, the agony. Oh no. Why does it seem like it didn't get any easier cutting the leads off? Like, it doesn't seem to have gotten any easier. It still seems like I'm having a little bit of trouble coordinating. Do I blame the post-op, like being under anesthetics? Can I blame that? I was knocked out yesterday, okay? I was under a lot of heavy sedation. I'm only just now coming to. Oh, dang it, there goes another bridge connection. Don't do that. Quit. There we go. That always bugs me, like I'm not trying to do that, but it does it anyway. There we go. It's a 2032. Uh-oh. You think it'll be alright? 2032s they're just small cells, but still. My brain went to battery, much of metal, move it. I mean, it's not good practice to set a battery down on metal leads like that, but you're right, the 2032 is probably not good. Ow, my face. I can't even talk that well because of my mouth. But yeah, I don't know. I set it down and my brain instantly went into, oh crap, that's a battery. And you just basically exposed all that. There it goes again with the bridge. Don't do that. Quit it. But yeah, it probably won't hurt it. You just never know though. Watch it be my luck. I go to turn it on and then I don't have a mouse pewter anymore. I have to buy another one. I want to buy another bunch of the color ones. I just haven't had it. Again, I only just now got financially stabilized, and my very first order of business was to sign up for Clive's Patron. I ordered me a printer to make stickers, and I stocked up the house on food because we were in a food scare there for a second. But yeah, we're doing good now. I mean, we're doing better. I wouldn't say good. We're doing better. I'll definitely feel a lot better whenever next month rolls around. You know, like when things are stable and have been a month, not just fresh stable. Oh, speaking of cats, I see the little emoji cat. How is Jeff doing? I hope Jeff's doing all right. Scrub dog. I haven't forgot about him. I've been thinking about him. I got my cat is my little buddy, so if something ever happens to him, I'd be worried about him the whole time. Only 3 rows left, and then I can put some. I'm gonna solder some leads to the pads, so I can clip to the leads, and then I'll worry about putting it on a battery later. I just want to get this on and tested, make sure I did everything. If I didn't, I'll diagnose it later. I want to be done. I want to be done with it. The only thing wrong would be like maybe a cold solder joint somewhere. That'll be about the worst case scenario, I think. Because the resistors should all be, I mean, unless I overheated one, they should be fine because they're all on the pads where they need to be. LEDs are sensitive though. They like to blow up. That's really cool though that we got these boards to build. So cheers to Evilution and Big Clive and Mouse for making these boards. These are fun to put together. They don't require tedious, mind-numbing thought to design and engineer and problem solve. Like the worst case scenario, an LED doesn't work, it's going to be one of 2 things. Either the resistor on that pad or the LED on that pad. And that's it. You fix one of those 2 things, it ought to work. And that's what I needed. Something. So Jeff is okay. Coming off the sedative slowly, so he should. That's good. So he's not as, or he shouldn't be as. Let me reread that. Shouldn't be as. Okay. That's good to know. I'm glad he's doing better. Still on 2 anti. Oh man. Has he had any? He hadn't had any more though, has he? I'm almost done. Uh-oh. Nearly there. But heck yeah. Anybody that wants to get one of these, the description has the link to this, to Evilution's page. Anybody wants to get one, try it out. I bought one of the OGs that didn't have the resistors on it, and the little description said, "Do not buy this board. Do not buy this board." I was like, "But you said I can't, so now I'm gonna have to." Is there a reason you stopped selling them with the resistors if you're still here, Evilution? because I went to the page. All right, I believe that's everything. Let's start clipping. It's raining leads. Oh my god. These the bee's knees. These cutters are so amazing, yo. What? Nope. It's like mowing grass. Oh, I'm just clipping open air now. My eyeballs are seeing double. I was over here like clipping the open air. Oh. What the heck? This is like the funnest bit because you get to just go chop, 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 chop. Loud clippies. I'm impressed that the LEDs didn't need to be reseated completely. They're not perfect, but they're not enough to go back and mess with. $271 resistors and LEDs later. 1,084 pads. When the drill sergeant orders you alone to cut the 2 times football, I swear to God, I swear, that's it. Get out there and cut that grass. Here's your toenail clipper. And don't you come back if there's even one blade of grass over 2 centimeters. You hear me? Get to it. Reveille, reveille. It's like, I'm serious. It's like giving a haircut to a porcupine. Oh, that one hit me right in the eyeball. Oh, ouch. Emotional damage. All right, Jason, you have fun. Have a good night. I appreciate you hanging in there, stopping by for a bit, you know. If the patron stream's still going, I'm probably going to hop over in that when I'm through with clipping and testing, because all I'm going to do to test it is plug it in and turn it on. I'm not going to try to do all of the final touches tonight. The final touches will be like go mounting it on Wanda, get the power run to it, all the jazz, all the good stuff. Just going to rotate this around for a half a second now. Clip it from this side. I'm not saying this is going faster this way, but I should have been going this way from the get-go. There's just choo 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 choo. Oh. Oh, the patron stream's over already? Oh, I'm sorry, I missed it. I'll catch the next one. I'll be able to catch the next one. I've re-signed up for the patron so I could see. I really didn't mean to time it on the same day. That was poor management, time management there. I don't know, like when I'm not keeping an eye out on it, like when I wasn't actually joining them, it's hard for me to remember when they are. All right, so there's a bridge connection right there. Definitely want to fix that. And this is the bit that I'm definitely going over a few times, make sure everything's kosher. Uh-oh. Here's the spot. Cool. I'm OCD careful sometimes, and then sometimes I'm not. In this case, I don't want to have to like... Oh, there's another bridged. Noob. What kind of a dummy put this board together? Damn it, Dave. Alright, that looks alright. Check it with the meter first. Okay. That's reasonable. What's a good... How would you recommend checking it with a meter? Check for continuity. Cool. We got continuity. So let's put a couple of wires on it, shall we? Put some juice to it. Get some juice on it. Yes, sir. It doesn't have to be any specific wires. I'm just going to use these two. Blue and red, why not? Power and earth pads. Yes, indeed. It checked out. It went beepity beep. So it should be okay. $5 volts. Well, I can give it 5 volts. I was going to give it 3 volts. Does it matter? Cool. I can dig it. All right. No. Yeah. Beep is bad. Yeah. I'm just continuing on the wire right at the moment. Let's find out where that pad is then. Well, that's why I beeped it first and then moved on to cleaning up so I could let you guys let me know. So where's a bridge that? Should be nothing. LED should block continuity. Yeah. That's... I'm gonna look over every row now so far. Here's a spot. I'm not gonna give it juice till after the test. I was just getting the wires attached and letting, because chat is behind me. I don't have it set to low latency so that the chat is delayed. Alright, I don't see anything else bridged. Let's try it again. Hook it to power and see what happens. Yeah. No, not yet. No more beeps. I don't hear beeps. I believe that was it. Alright. Here, hit or miss. Here we go. Let's put some juice on it. I didn't hear any beeps. I believe it was just that one lead that got crossed. So, place your bets. Are we going to work or is it going to fry? It still says there's a short. Why is it saying there's a short? Luckily, I have a overprotection on my power supply, so if it's shorted, it's not going to give it power. Something is shorted, even though my meter didn't tell me. How is something shorted though? Gets marshmallows ready. Yeah. I'm starting to wonder. I'm not seeing a single problem yet, but you never know. Uh-oh. What is that? No, that's not connected. All right. Is that connected? No. All right. Interesting. So far, nothing's bridged. Wait a minute. No, that's not bridged. All right. Wait a minute. Here we go. We got us a spot here. Yeah. All right. I'm going to keep going and looking, though. Here's this cold joint. Might as well fix that while I'm here. Get in my hand. Oh, heavens. Get in my hand. There we go. That could be a possible bridge right there. I'm telling you, I told you my eyes suck. And I did all this blind, so it's a miracle that it didn't go up in smoke versus just not turn on. Oh, damn it. I suck at this. What's going on here? Look at this. There's another spot, and I just touched that soldering pencil with my hand. It didn't burn me, but it touched me. It don't take much to short. Look at this. Look at this, dumbass. It does not take much to short out an LED. I think that one looks like I may have missed some solder on this pad. Where was that? Right here. It's all part of it, though. This is not by far the easiest project compared to that VCO module. That was a job. So far, so good. So it didn't give me the beep the second time, but it sure didn't work. It was just like, my meter must suck. Somebody want to donate a fluke? Somebody got a spare fluke laying around they want to send me? I'm always open to donations. Oh, hell yeah. Alright, so cool. Let's try this one more time. If the LEDs are burnt out, I still got some LEDs. Is it gonna work? I see no short. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look at that. We got juice. We got power. We got a few LEDs that don't work, but that's fine. There's 3 don't work. I'll go back and fix the ones that don't work later. We have supercomputerage. Yeah. How about that? That's a good pause point. We did it all in only 3 hours versus 4 hours for the supercomputer, the big A4. So that one didn't take as long. It was because of the surface mount over the through holes. But hell yeah, we got us a supercomputer from Evilution. What's up? Let's go. Appreciate that. They are in long 0. There's a bunch that don't work, yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna have to go back and I'll want it to time it. It's fine. The majority work, and that's the main thing. Heck yeah. What I'll do is tomorrow, like off camera, whenever I've had a chance to break. Here, I'm gonna turn the overhead light off. No. Yeah. Boom. There you go. Wow, there is a lot that's not working. I'll go fix that though. I'll go fix that tomorrow. And I've got about 300 LEDs left. So what I'll do is I'll go row by row and fix the non-blinking ones. I had to do the same thing on the A4 board. I had several that didn't work. But out of 271 LEDs, it looks to me like the majority are working. So considering I did it blind, I'd say that's not a bad job. Brace yourself. Lights are incoming in 3, 2, 1. Heck yeah. So now we'll put that. We can put this one right here, off to the side. Yeah. All right, guys. The next build. Let me check the shipment on it, and I'll tell you. Wow, it's already departed Los Angeles. So maybe by this weekend, I'll be able to put together the spectrum analyzer, the little prototype. Again, it's only like 1 band. These 3 right here. Why are these 3 not working? You know what? I guarantee the ones not working are resistor related. I guarantee they're resistor related. But yeah, a non-smoking project is always a good project. If I turn the juice up on it, so there's 1 row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22. Yeah, there's at least 50 that aren't working. But I guarantee you it's the resistors. I guarantee it's the resistors. Because the surface mount resistors, some of them, because my hands were shaking, let me turn that off. The pads, the ones that aren't working, yeah, I guarantee it's because these pads aren't dead centered. So the ones that don't work, I'll go adjust. No, their LEDs are all the right way around. But some of these resistors, I had trouble getting them to line up. And from the looks of it, the 3 that aren't working is because these resistors aren't seated properly, which is an easy fix. So, cool. Hell yeah. Not too bad for a 3-hour project, though. So I guess I'll catch you guys next time. I appreciate you stopping by. And then we shall just